Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. To my 4 more new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. We are going to do a glam tutorial today. It's going to be sparkly, it's going to be full coverage, it's going to be glamorous, and the star of the show is going to be the Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette. I am so excited to show this to you guys and to use it for you and show you the tricks of how to use it and everything. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope everyone's Christmases were fantastic. I hope all your New Year's dreams come true, and please subscribe and like for more. Thank you so much. Okay, first I've already primed my eyelids and my face. For my face I used my Wet n Wild primer, and on my eyelids I used a little bit of NARS concealer. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the shade Fawn. Right here. It's like an olivey brown color. It's really nice for transition shade. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, so. We're just going to start in the crease. You don't have to be super neat with this. This is going to be a super smoky glam look. So don't worry about being super precise. If we mess up, we can always clean it up later. And I'm going in backwards motions, back and forth motions, and little circles, and I'm going just above my natural crease. I want to make everything go up, so I'm kind of going just above my natural crease. I want to make it really big, really smoky. Okay, the next shade, or 2 shades I'm going to go in with are from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to go in with color Burnt Orange and Realgar. I think that's how you pronounce it. So with these 2 colors, I'm going to brighten up my outer edge a little bit. So I'm going to pat those colors in first and then slowly bring them up into the crease. So just pat those in, and then slowly bring them up in those backwards and forwards motions and the circles. Don't panic if you think it looks too orange now. We're going to balance it out with some brown. So we're going to take the shade Smoke from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And like the orange colors, we're going to focus this color on the outer corner first. So just patting it in ever so slightly and then bringing it up. Similar to the look I did before, but we're going to bring some really exciting colors on the lid. And now we're bringing out the star of the show. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette. I'm super excited about this. I got this as a Christmas present from a friend, and it was a total surprise, and I've been playing around with it for a few days, and I think it's beautiful. I'll show you tricks and stuff how to work with the glitter because it can be kind of messy and tricky, but we're going to work on it together. So I am going to use the shade, I think it's called Planet X. It's this emerald green shade, and it's gorgeous. So here is my trick that I've been using to make this palette work for me. I put the shadows on with my finger. However, I spray some setting spray on my finger. I let that dry for a few seconds. Then I dip my finger into that color. Bam. Zoom in. Yeah, it's really pretty. So let's see how it goes on the lid. Yeah. Don't worry about the inner corner looking messy. We're gonna do something there. So now the next shade I'm gonna be using from this palette is right down here, and that is called Mars on Fire. And I'm gonna use that as like a semi inner corner color, but it's not what we're gonna be putting on our inner corner. We're going in stages. Okay, so now I'm spraying on my finger, a clean finger. Let it dry. Now this is gonna go right over here to fill that gap in. Oh my God, that's pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing on my other eye. And now for my very inner corner, to just bring a little bit of brightness, I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Vermeer. It makes all the difference. So now that I've worked with more wet glittery colors, I'm gonna allow these colors to dry on my lid before I go in with my eyeliner. I don't want a huge mess. So now I'm gonna go in with my gel liner, and I always use the L'Oreal gel liner. I'm gonna start on my outer corner and work my way in, and I'll show you how I do this. I'm also not worried if this line isn't totally perfect. I'm going to smoke it out. Don't worry if it gets messy. We're going to smoke this out. Make it very nighttime, going out appropriate. Now I'm going to tight line my top and bottom waterline using a just regular eyeliner pencil. Now I'm going to move on to foundation, and I'm going to use two different foundations today. I'm going to be using the Sephora just brand foundation. This is the oil-free 10-wear Perfection foundation. Got this a couple days ago and I love it. I'm also, just for a little bit of extra coverage, going to go in with my Hourglass foundation. Now onto concealer. I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. as always, I'm gonna let my concealer sit for a few minutes and sink in, and then I'm going to blend it out with the Beauty Blender. Okay, now I'm all set to blend out my concealer. I'm going to set that concealer using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Using the like banana colored shade in the center that I really need to refill pan on. I don't rebuy pans of powder until they are like gone. Let me know if you do the same thing. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm pressing that powder into my skin. I'm not wiping it around. Now to contour my face, going back in my Shade and Light palette, I'm going to use my Real Techniques contouring brush. I'm going to take some product, and what I'm going to do is place that product there, and then we're going to blend it out after. So I'm going from the top of my ear, just going to go down, okay, get a nice carved out line, and start out soft. You don't want to be putting too much product down, having to blend a whole lot out later. And I'm going to lightly go down my nose. I'm going to carve out my jawline. Whoop. Now we're going to go back with a fluffy brush and blend everything out. Go lightly on the forehead. Now I'm going to take some NARS blush. I don't need to say the name of this blush, you already all know what it is. I'm going to be using two different highlighters. The first is going to be the Benefit What's Up highlighter, and I'm going to take this on my finger, right from where the highlighter is, rub some on my finger, and I'm going to dot it where I want it to be. Just right on the high points of my face. And because one highlighter is never enough, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. And to really amp up that highlighter, I'm going to take it on my fan brush. This is an Equal Tools fan brush. I'm going to take a lot of that on my fan brush, spray it with some setting spray, and go right in. I want to shine brighter than the ball at Times Square. That's my New Year's resolution. Now I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Just going to fill in my brows, comb them up and away, and start from the bottom like I always do. Trace that natural hairline. And then go up gradually. Now onto mascara, and I'm going to be doing some lash primer. This is the Dior Show, just like a regular lash primer. I like the Lancome one too. And now I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It's the only mascara I like right now. Before I do lips, I'm just going to smoke out my lower lash line a little bit. I'm going to take that shade Fawn. That was our first transition color. And I'm going to use the color Burnt Orange a little bit and Realgar, same colors that we did after that first transition color. And I'm emphasizing it on the outer corner. I'm not being as heavy on the inner corner. Now I'm going to take that color Smoke that we used on our outer corner, that deep brown color, and I'm going to use it only on the outer corner of my lower lash line. And I'm just going to kind of connect the upper and lower lash line. I want it to look a little more doe-eyed. Now onto lips. I'm going to do a really dark, bold lip, but you can do a nude lip, any kind of lip you want, even a red lip. Hey, honey, it's the new year. So I'm going to line my lips with the MAC Lip Liner Dark Out. Now I'm going to take MAC lipstick in the shade Sin. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you enjoy your New Year's glam look and have a great, great New Year.